My family and I have been able to save 40% on our grocery bill. And it's not by couponing, by just eating rice and beans, or for example, just eating low quality food. Because these days, it's either you pay a lot of money for food or you buy very low quality food that's going to cost you more in the future. No, it doesn't involve any of those things. And this whole plan is very simple to do, and it almost guarantees you're going to be saving at least 40% on your grocery bill if you follow all the things I've laid out in this video. So let's get right into it, okay? Number one is going to be, believe it or not, a lot of people try to save money on food, but they spend a lot of money on eating out. And the big problem is, whenever you eat out, you're spending about $20 or $13 on average per meal. However though, if you were to make your own meals at home, that would only cost you between $2 to $6 per meal. That means you get to save a ton of money. And I put this to the test, okay? Whenever I go out with my wife, we are always spending between $35 to $45. Plus, sometimes you have to leave a tip, so that's even more money, all right? And sometimes I don't leave a tip if I don't like the service, okay? And sometimes if I go somewhere and they try to get me with that whole put the tip in here thing, I just be like, no, you're just preparing me something. You're not serving me. I'm not gonna give you a tip, all right? I've gotten very good at that manipulation thing that they basically try to do, so it doesn't work on me anymore. However though, here's what you need to do. I went on this whole tangent. Here's what you need to do though. If you don't know how to cook, you don't wanna spend a lot of time washing dishes, and you don't wanna basically cook every single day. Well, here are the two people I basically follow on YouTube. You know, it's going to be bodybuilders and moms that cook for an entire family. Bodybuilders are very good at making quick meals that are full with nutrients, and they make them all in one session for the entire week. So if you want to find out how to do that, search up on YouTube, meal prep for an entire week, muscle building, weight loss, or weight gain, and you're gonna find a lot of bodybuilders teaching you how to cook and how to make these meals. Number two though, when it comes to the moms have gotten very good at making very healthy meals for their family without using a whole bunch of dishes. So you can basically search up on YouTube how to cook for an entire family for an entire week and so on. Now, you don't have to take one whole day to cook for an entire week, okay? Because sometimes, guess what? You might get tired of eating the same thing every single day. Although this is going to save you a lot of money, I do recommend cook for maybe 3 days or 2 days, and that way you can basically cook different things and so on. And this is not gonna take you a lot of time, but even if it did, you're going to be saving a lot of money. About half the money you would if you were to be going out to eat every single weekend or whatever. Now, number two, it's going to be, you want to learn how to maximize your produce. I had a massive issue when I didn't know about basically food or saving money for the most part. And it was that basically, if I wanted chicken, my favorite part was the chicken breast. So I would go to Costco and I would buy this big bag of chicken breast. Now that chicken breast is not organic. So if I want organic chicken breast, it's going to cost me about $6 per pound. However though, these days, we buy a whole chicken. And that whole chicken, also, you can go on YouTube and search up how to cut a whole chicken into pieces. And there are a lot of people that will teach you how to do this. And you're able to turn a whole chicken into 2 chicken breasts, 2 chicken tenders, 2 drumsticks, 2 thighs, 2 wings, and 2 little drumsticks at the top. So you're able to get a lot more for your money, and this usually costs you about $2.80 per pound for an organic bird. On top of that, guys, okay, you're able to use the bones and the back of the chicken, and you're able to make some delicious chicken stock. This is what you call maximizing your produce. Instead of using just basically buy the chicken breast for more money, buy the whole chicken. You get a lot more chicken, and you're able to use all the parts to make chicken stock, and you could even make chicken nuggets with the chicken organs. That's not for everyone, but that is something you could do, okay? That's something you could do. On top of that, there's something else we do. Instead of buying, for example, steaks that usually cost $12 to $18 a pound, a ton of money, what we do is basically, you can buy a chuck roast. That's going to be a big piece of beef. You You could usually get it between $6 to $9 per pound, and you can turn that into steaks, fajitas, and also ground beef. Now, ever since we started doing our own ground beef in our home, we save a lot of money, yes, but it is just so much better because whenever you buy ground beef at a store, you know for sure they're not using good cuts. They're using like ligaments and all the things that you basically would not eat if you could tell it was in there, right? So that is a very good way to save a lot of money. Buy a big piece of meat and cut it up yourself into your steaks, your fajitas, and your ground beef, and that way you save a lot more money. Usually about 50%, sometimes even more. On top of that, one of the most versatile products is going to be milk. People spend a lot of money on milk. I saw a guy at Aldi's, he walked out with 2 full carts of milk. I thought basically maybe this guy is like reselling this. I don't know what he was doing with it, but I saw him, all right? However, though, you can actually buy whole milk, and in my house, we don't buy Greek yogurt anymore, or any yogurt for the most part. You can also make sour cream. You can make cream cheese. You can make your own cheese, like mozzarella cheese. We've actually done that. It's actually pretty good. You can get your own whey. You can give that to your dogs. There are so many things you can do with milk, all right? We've also done butter. Butter is a little bit more tedious because it's not just like the whole milk. You need basically the cream. You can put that in a KitchenAid, or you can just basically smash it yourself, but that's gonna take a lot of work. But there are a ton of tutorials on how to do all these things on YouTube. And guess what? This saves you a lot of money. Now, my favorite milk to buy in our family is going to be milk from a local farmer because you can actually get a lot more fat content to it. Because guess what? When you buy milk at a store, there's not that much fat content, and that fat content is what gives you like butter and makes things a lot more richer because they turn that into more money by doing those products themselves. So if you can find a local farmer, do that. And when you're buying milk, buy good quality milk for your family. The third thing is going to be flour. In my family, we don't buy bread or pastries or sweets for the most part. My wife makes absolutely everything, and she is very good at doing it, all right? Maybe a little too good, because sometimes I kind of overeat on that stuff, okay? But yeah, we make our own sourdough bread in our house, we make our own desserts and so on, and these are things you could basically make yourself, and that way you know what you're eating, and you also save a lot of money. Okay, now you can take that a step further, and we actually are going to stop buying flour, and we actually got flour berries to actually mill it ourselves, and that's going to be cheaper, and also it's going to be more nutritious. I think people a lot of the times think, well, you're just trying to save money, all right? I'm a busy person, I don't got time for this. But the answer is, if you don't make time for your body and what you put into it, well, eventually it's going to cost you a lot of money, and eventually you're probably going to regret it. We don't want to be in the doctors 24/7 when we get older. Now, the last thing that we actually do is when it comes to fruits and veggies, well, we haven't started doing this correctly just yet, but I know it works because I've seen people actually do it. But when it comes to fruits and veggies, you want to buy them in season. So there is a strawberry season, an orange season. There is a season for all fruits. So when you buy them in season, when the plants are actually giving them out in large quantities, you're able to actually save a lot of money because there is just so much out there, and then want to basically sell it quickly before it just goes bad. All right. But whenever you buy fruits and vegetables out of season, you're going to be spending a lot more money. So what we did is we bought a lot of strawberries. We bought a lot of fruits we actually enjoy, and we basically just freeze them. My wife also makes some jams and some juice, and she loves that stuff, okay? But those are ways you can maximize produce. Instead of going to the store and buying yogurt, chicken breast, chicken drumstick, and this and that, you can just buy the whole thing, do it yourself, and save about 50% on your grocery bill by doing it this way. Now, also very important, guys, is there's a lot of things you can basically buy that are reusable for the kitchen, like the Ziploc bags and so on. So that way, well, Ziploc bags, like the BPA-free ones that you can actually freeze, you can buy those things that are reusable, and that way you can save money on those things you tend to go to the grocery store and always keep buying and buying. Now, that's not all, guys, okay? There is another way we save a ton of money on our grocery bill, and that's going to be by buying things in bulk and comparing prices, okay? People that pay the first price they actually see are people that usually don't care about money, okay? I'm just gonna be honest, or sometimes can be lazy. And you know who that was? That used to be me. I would see the price, all right, whatever, I'm paying it. But my mom and my grandma would always tell me, you always want to compare prices because this way you're able to save a lot of money. And also buying things in bulk saves you a lot of money. So we go to standard.com and we're able to go to this website and we bought, for example, all the wheat that we're going to need to make flour for an entire year. We bought a whole bunch of things like beans we're gonna need for the entire year. So that's about, just like for some reference, about 200 pounds of wheat, about 50 to 100 pounds of beans. And you might think, Tommy, isn't that a lot of money? The answer is no. It was like less than 200 to 250 bucks. And we're able to get it organic, best quality stuff. Just by buying in bulk, you're able to save a lot of money. Now, question. Where do you store this stuff? Again, there are a lot of videos on YouTube and you can actually watch them. But we put them in buckets and then we seal them up and it stays in there for about 10 years. Yeah, seeds can last a long, long time without going bad. Now, the second thing we actually do is we go to Costco. And at Costco, we buy a lot of things in bulk. So for example, all our pasta, or oils and so on, we get them at Costco. But there is one thing I want to warn you guys about. When you're shopping at a grocery store or at Costco, first make a list before you get there because there are going to be a lot of things that are going to be distracting you and they're going to want your money and they're going to seem like a good deal. But if you don't need it and you didn't have it on the deal, just don't get it. And on top of that, don't get like garbage junk food. We noticed we had a massive hole in our pocket because of this whole garbage healthy junk food. It has no nutritional value whatsoever, but we would buy it because it would be better than Doritos or things like that. The answer is don't spend your money on things like that, especially when you're trying to save money overall. Now, the last place we actually save a lot of money is going to be by going to a local farmer and paying bulk prices, for example, for our beef. Instead of, for example, buying beef all the time at Walmart, even like those chuck roasts, we just went ahead to our local farmer, well, not local, he's like an hour away, and we bought a quarter of a cow. That's about 100 pounds worth of beef, and we put that in the freezer. Now, I have to warn you, if you do everything I'm telling you to do in this video, you're going to notice you're going to have to make an initial investment. Because the truth is, I'm going to save you like 50% on your grocery bill for the first year, but I'm also going to ask you to buy, for example, buckets and storage bins to store the food you actually get in bulk. I'm also going to ask you to maybe buy a freezer to put all the meat and all the chicken that you actually need in there because you need a way to store all these things. So although you're going to be saving a ton of money, the first year there is going to be an initial cost. For us, that was like $200 on a freezer, and then we bought another one, so that was like an extra $200, so that's like $400. And then on the buckets, that was like $100. So all in all, that's like $500 as an initial investment. But guess what? We still are saving over like $1,000 to $2,000 every single year on our grocery bill. So it is still a good deal.